My name is Nzinga Asata. I'm a health visitor by profession. I'm a mother and a grandmother. I'm also author of the book In Praise of Our Ancestors and Women in the Garvey Movement, and I'm a Pan-Africanist politically. The significance of number 1 Bassett Road is that it was formerly owned by Amy Ashwood Garvey, a Pan-Africanist who worked in this area of London. She was also the first wife of Marcus Messiah Garvey, one of the greatest Pan-Africanist leaders of our time. She had used this building for an organisation called the Afro Women's Association, where she offered advice, accommodation and social work intervention to people who had come from the Caribbean. Originally it was established for women, but subsequently became a boarding house for many of our Caribbean people who had come to help Britain fight their war during the 40s. People used to meet here and have political discussions and debates, and also get advice on all aspects of life, if you like. Amy Ashwood's life before she came to London was quite a busy one, and those who have read the documentation about her will know that she was a very active Pan-Africanist in her own right, not just in relation to her life with Marcus Garvey. She met Marcus Garvey in 1914 and was one of the founding members of the Garvey organisation, which was called the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League. She, as she says, was the first founding member alongside Marcus Garvey. She also subsequently became one of the directors of the Black Star Line Shipping Corporation, which again was established by the Garvey organisation with the aim of transporting people of African origin to Africa and also in the Caribbean. Before that, she actually was a debater in her own right and often attended debating meetings in Kingston, Jamaica. She also was secretary to the ladies division of the Garvey organisation when it was established. She became Garvey's wife in 1919. They didn't have a very long marriage, unfortunately, and divorcing only 2 or 3 months after they got married. Amy Jakes worked with a man called Sam Manning, who was also from the Caribbean, in the United States of America, where they produced plays. One very long-running play was Brown Sugar, and another called Hey Hey, which documented some of Garvey's work and poked fun at Marcus Garvey. She also travelled extensively in the Caribbean, places like Panama, where she actually was educated partly in Panama and Jamaica. And subsequently she came to England and stayed here for quite some time. Amy Ashwood Garvey was a great traveller. She travelled widely around the world looking at the issues affecting people of African origin in her time. And when she arrived in London, it was a hub of political activity, and it gave her the opportunity to meet many future leaders in the Pan-African world, especially leaders as part of the African Revolution. When she came here, she established herself in the communities that were working on behalf of people of African origin. She set up a restaurant in Carnaby Street where many political activists of the time would meet, have a meal and have political debates about what was going on in the black world. So she met people like George Padmore here. Jomo Kenyatta was another of her acquaintances. And she also met people like Kwame Nkrumah and C.L.R. James. C.L.R. James actually remembers being a member of the groups that used to meet at her restaurant, talking about political activity and actually planning events that would overthrow colonialism, because at the time Africa was colonized by the British Empire, and so people like Amy Jakes, George Padmore, Henry Sylvester Williams, all of those people were championing the cause of African liberation, and she found that activity very stimulating because she was actually an ardent Pan-Africanist in her own right.